Have you ever left a birthday party because your child was on the verge of tears or a full-blown meltdown? Or maybe your older child doesn't even want to go anymore. It's boring. Or they don't want to talk to me anyway. Can I just stay home? And it stings because deep down, you know they want to connect. They just don't know how, or they've been burned before. For kids with DLD, social life can be a minefield. And for parents, it's exhausting trying to prepare for everything and still getting caught off guard. But here's the good news: we can scaffold social success the same way we scaffold learning at any age. So let's talk about what's really going on for younger kids and for older kids. Why does social stuff feel so hard? Well, for younger kids, play dates and parties move fast. There's pretend play to keep up with, shifting rules and games, new environments, loud noises, and it's all language heavy. If they don't catch every instruction or miss a cue, they can be left out without even really knowing why. For older kids, things get more subtle but no less complicated. Now, we're dealing with sarcasm, social hierarchies, texting group chats, and inside jokes. If your child misses one beat, they might feel like they're watching from the sidelines. And it's not just shyness. Kids with DLD often want friends badly, but when connection takes this much effort, it often becomes easier to avoid it altogether. The aftermath looks different too. For younger kids, it might be tears or meltdowns. For older ones, it might be shutting down, brushing it off, or saying they don't care. But underneath, there's often hurt and fear of not measuring up. This isn't about being difficult, it's about navigating a social world that moves faster than their language can keep up. So let's talk about scaffolding. We can scaffold experiences in a way that builds confidence and preserves dignity, whether your child is 5 or 15. So, first of all, before the event, you can start by previewing what's coming. And this looks different for different kids, but for younger ones, you could walk them through the schedule or what the expected parts of a birthday party are. You can use pictures if you want. You can use simple phrases. First, we're going to play games. Then we'll probably sing happy birthday. Then we'll eat cake. For older kids, you can collaborate with them if they're open to it. What part feels tricky for you, or what would help you feel more ready? Practicing scripts can also help. So younger kids might rehearse, "Can I play too?" While older ones can try, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Keep it age appropriate and low pressure. And I love helping kids learn about flexible plans. So for some teens, knowing they can leave after 30 minutes gives them a sense of control and makes it more likely they'll say yes to whatever the event is in the first place. During the event, for younger kids, stay nearby but don't hover, right? Your presence can be reassuring if they need help entering or exiting a situation, but we also want to give them the opportunity to try some things on their own. And you know your child best, so you can have a sense of how much hovering to do or not to do. For older kids, be invisible oftentimes, but available. So staying close by, maybe out in the car or on standby for a text check in. Let them lead, but let them know you've got their back. You could also teach the pause button. So in one of our books, actually my favorite book so far, called Dan and Daria Go to a Birthday Party, Daria uses her pause button. And it's a moment to breathe, check in with how she's feeling, and decide her next step. This works for older kids too. It's about emotional regulation and giving yourself permission to take a break without quitting. Another thing I love to do is celebrate tiny wins. So for some kids, just walking into the party is a big deal. We don't need to wait for perfect social success. Reinforce every effort. Celebrate them with your child. Name explicitly what you saw them do that you loved so much. And then after the event, you can talk it through when they're ready. Sometimes kids need a little downtime when they get home, so you'll have to judge that. But you can ask them, what part was fun? What part was hard? For older kids, it might be later that evening, or maybe you even want to wait till the next day. No pressure. Just keep the door open so they know that you're ready and you're available if they want to talk about it. I love, like we said before, focusing on growth, not perfection. Maybe your child played for 5 minutes with somebody. Maybe they sat nearby, but they didn't join in. That still counts. That's progress. And keep building on quiet wins. Not every connection has to happen at a big party. For some kids, especially older ones and some younger ones, depends on the personality, smaller structured environments work better. A one-on-one hangout, a walk with a cousin, a shared interest club like chess, robotics, art, karate, animals, where the focus is on the activity, not the small talk. That's actually, I think, my favorite one right there, is finding a setting like that to sort of build these skills. Sometimes the most meaningful friendships start in the quietest places. Now, scaffolding doesn't mean fixing everything. It means noticing what your child can do, supporting them through what they can't yet do, and helping them believe connection is possible. Because social success isn't about being the loudest or the most popular, it's about feeling like you belong and having the tools to show up as yourself. So, parents, this is not easy. You're going to have bumps along the road, you're going to have challenges, but you're also going to have successes. You've got this, one supported step at a time.